Thanks. What I'd like to do is to just take a minute to say, when we started out at the beginning on Monday, you got to see the new curriculum standard. And that's my meat and potatoes with a side of Brussels sprouts and bacon. But really, truly, I'm in food, feed, emergency response, and tobacco. So that national curriculum standard directly impacts my day-to-day work. And for me, this is very exciting. And as you went through this week, you learned that there are some challenges for us to implement that. Whether you're the federal people or the state people, you're one of our military partners, you're folks from a local place, you're another country. But we need to have some standards. It was clear with the exercise yesterday that you said, wow, this is a lot of work. We're given an hour to do that. And like I said, I love that stuff. It's really enjoyable for me, especially when we think about our audience. And when our audience has what they need to go forth and do what they do, it makes your job easier, regardless of where you're from. The nice thing about it is that DHRD is able to be a credit granting institution. And to do that, IACIT standard, we have to have some kind of guide to help us along and allow us to show you these are the standards to make everything easy. So the first thing I'm going to introduce is when we talk about training and development, we talk about standards. And the first standard that we have for you and will become available to you today is a course design document. If what you were given yesterday followed some sort of standard, and what we do with our collaborative partners, whether a grantee or a contractor, follows the same standard, it's going to be very easy for you to be able to assess the training, whether it's something that you purchase on the outside, or something you develop internally, or something that you're collaborating with DHRD. And this course design document is now available at the SharePoint site, for the people who are internal, as well as the Food Shield. And the information should be on your lovely brochure. Take this with you. Don't lose it, because if you're unable to access something, it also has our Training Summit main email. So if you need it right away, you can email with your little BlackBerry and say, send it to me right away. I need to see this course design document. And that standard makes sure that we're consistent throughout. So when you start looking at material, whether it's the 25 gen eds that are currently being collaboratively created with DHRD, all of them are using that course design document as the framework so that we can judge them quickly, easily, and thoroughly. And it's your tool too. We've made it so that you can share it. You know that it's very valuable for whether you create stuff internally or check things you're sending out to get done. Say, use this template. It'll help us judge the information. So that's going to be available for you. And it's very simple to follow. It has red lines where it says, put this here. Standard language where you can see in plain language, this is what it means. Next thing that we have for you is a style guide. You all know how books from different agencies look differently. Well, if we've given you, here's how you can create the plan for the training. Now here is how it can be delivered in a consistent format. Think of what we're trying to achieve here as a set of encyclopedias where the books look the same. Regardless of where it comes from, we're all here to help the regulators out there learn quickly, efficiently, and consistently with what they see. So the style guide is there for you to be able to create a participant's guide for those live classes, a facilitator or instructor's guide that says, here is how we make sure that the training is the same every time so that we can grant those credits to them, and as well as an administrator guide that says you need to pack the drug kit for the vet med class so that this is how it gets laid out to do the exercises in it. So we have that available, and again, you check out that Food Shield account, and if you need it right away, you're dying to use it today, check out the email address right on there. 2 tools for you that we're starting to make sure that you have what you need to go from the idea of the curriculum standards that we've created and collaborated with and made with all of your input to boots on the ground. You have instructional designers and training officers and folks that you want to help you make this go forward, or even apply today to a course that you have in development. What questions do you have about these 2 new tools? Shortest presentation today. Thank you all.